hip hop artist, and he got his own. This has been a good friend of mine for many years, and I'm glad to have him on the show officially. Big Zoe is with me. What's going on, man?
What's going on, Kenny?
Man, good, man. It feels real good. Thank you for being on.
Yeah, I appreciate you having me.
So, before I get to the questions about Fire Entertainment and your music, me and you, we go way back.
Yes, sir.
Obviously, my parents have been friends with your parents. Our fathers are. Um, you and I were even co-workers once upon a time for a company I'm not even going to name on these airways for obvious reasons. Ever since 2008, that's when we worked for that job. I've been living in Kentucky, then I lived in Georgia, and as of 2012, I've moved back to Kentucky. Lived in Frankfort, now live in Lexington. And you live in Lexington, and I see the commercial all the time, Fire Entertainment, Fire Entertainment. And then came Pretty Smooth's album listening show. And I went there, and that's when you and I reunited for the first time in years. And
Yeah.
you got me in the studio, got me to listen to a couple of your tracks, including Patrick Ewing, and that was the song that you actually performed for the first time. I was there, Petey Smooth, Devon Kawama, who also performed. A bunch of local acts, hip hop acts came through. It was bananas. It was crazy, and and now here you are, man. You're an artist. You're not just in the studio, helping out with other artists, but now you are your own artist now, and you got the song called Simple, which I played, finished playing moments ago, and it's got over 50 plus thousand views since it was uploaded to YouTube. Oh, man, you're getting support with this joint, man. How does it make you feel, getting the support for Simple?
Yeah, there's 50,000 views, over 50,000 views on Facebook, man, since January 4th, man, and I can't, I can't even describe, you know what I'm saying, exactly how it feels. It's so real, but at the same time, it's been a long time coming. A lot of people don't know the story behind me starting Fire was I actually had a project done, artwork, everything pressed up, and I had the money to either push the project or when the economy crashed, try to negotiate some rent for cheap in the complex that I'm at now because businesses were running away. And I was like, man, it might be a good time for me to try all artists. So I put myself on the back burner, and now it's just me coming out and not putting myself on the back burner, more sacrifice my own career in music and doing things for myself, in music, just so the city could have something. And I wouldn't do it another way. I like the fact that a lot of clients get to come through and start working on their dreams out of my facility, man. And I've seen this area grow. There's a lot of talent here. A lot of talent. You know as well as I know there's a lot of talent here. And I've seen a lot of growth in the industry in the last few years. I would like to say that Fire has been an integral part of that. So,
I definitely agree that Fire Entertainment has played a huge role on the local music scene, and I do watch the Facebook Live videos and with studio sessions with fellow artists, and it's the vibe and everything, and the excitement, and you have a great thing going, man, and I'm happy for you, and it turned out to be a good thing because you know there's a lot of studios out there, but Fire Entertainment is one of the premier studios right now, and artists just keeps coming back to you, man. They keep coming back to you and trusting in your work, and songs get completed and produced very good. courtesy of Fire Entertainment. And I'm proud of you, man. I'm proud of you for what you've been able to don for the studio. And now everyone's gotten their shine. Your clients has gotten your shine. Now it's your turn, and you're off to a very good start with Simple.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it. He goes and checks out that video on YouTube, man. Just type in Big Zo Simple on YouTube. I-G-Z-O. No E after the Zo, though. A lot of people try to put the Z-O-E because Gorilla Zo started that mess. But I'm just Z-O, B-I-G-Z-O. Don't put the E after the niece named Zoe. Passed away in 3 months. It's kind of a sad story, so I'm very, very, particular about not putting the E after my name out of respect to my 3-month-old deceased niece. She, died in a car, so particular about that. So B-I-G-Z-O and then Simple on YouTube, man. I hope everybody tunes in. Lance Mukes is an awesome videographer. Kenny, I don't know if you know, but I had the only 2 red cameras in the state of Ohio and Kentucky on me for that video. If you don't know anything about the film industry, red cameras, they shoot in 5K. So it wasn't 4K I was shooting that in. That was 5K. So Lance is a beast. He did a wonderful job. The team that he brought with him to help me out with the video, they were wonderful. I definitely would refer Lance Mukes as a videographer to anybody. And I think if, you went on YouTube and you saw the video and the quality that was from it, I'm not going to take that away from myself because the script and stuff, I kind of came up with, it all. But Lance captured my vision like a genius. There's, people, you could tell them a vision, but making that vision come to life is the hard thing. I actually think that's one reason why a lot of people do come back to the studio that you was mentioning earlier because, when I'm working with artists in the studio, I'm just trying to make sure that I tap into the vision that they have for that track and, if anything, even enhance that vision. And I'm trying to develop a vibe with artists more than anything instead of just play. That's what an engineer can get stuck into, just, hitting record and play. But, just really listening to the song, say, okay, does it need reverb here? What type of EQ does it need here? Type of compression do I need at this part? Okay, this should have an effect. This has a delay. There should be some auto-tune here. There shouldn't be auto-tune there. This part, these players, this, going into the depths and trying to, exactly see what that song needs to be the best song it possibly could be. I feel like that's one of the reasons why, here lately I've been experiencing success in the studio, and I appreciate all the clients that come through Fire Entertainment. I don't think we just have an engineer-client relationship. There's a lot of friendships there. There's a lot of people that I would go to war with there. So, just like yourself, Ken. I mean, you know how I feel about you, and I wanted to be on your show. I was like, Kenny Cummins has a show, I want to be on it.
Yeah, I remember when I went to the studio for the first time, and I didn't when I was at first. I'm like, wait a minute, that's so. Like, man, we haven't seen each other since the job that we had together. So, that was in 2016. So that's 8 years since we last seen each other in person. That's crazy. A lot has changed, obviously, and I appreciate the support and you keeping track of the show and everything. And it was great to finally have you on. Happy birthday to my.
Thank you, man. I appreciate that. Yeah, my birthday was on the 19th. What I'm saying? I think my parents are getting fine all the time, just like mine. So you're just like your parents, man. It's good to see your folks doing extremely well as well. So.
They hanging in there, man. But I keep in touch, see what's going on with them. So they enjoying it in Georgia right now. So and a lot of families there, and it's like they get to hang out with family every day more than ever. So I made a choice to come in Kentucky because I feel like there was something for me, and it has a full-time job. Got me working crazy like a maniac right now. I can't complain, and I still get to do this radio thing and network with local artists. I've been a local music fan for almost 2 years now, and I've witnessed a lot in a variety of artists. You have a variety of artists and a variety of clients that are different types of music. You even had a football player that was in the studio, man. Let's talk about that, man.
Yeah, man, big C.J. Johnson, Corey Johnson. You might be able to remember the UK days. They called him C.J. Poop Johnson because he made a crazy comment that went viral on YouTube. Type that in, C.J. Poop Johnson. But anyway, very, very dynamic young man. He plays on the defensive line for the Kansas City Chiefs now. He was at UK on the D-line, and he went to Atlanta for the preseason. Atlanta cut him, so he came in back to Lexington, got into the studio, and him and I developed a very good relationship, and we started working out together. You know, I used to play college ball myself for the University of Louisville, so we had a Wildcat and a Cardinal working out together, believe it or not.
Ooh.
Life after football, right?
Yeah.
So, keep his faith, because I've seen guys, get cut from teams but get a call from another team because that specific team needs to utilize their services. So CJ, he stayed in shape, got called from the Chiefs during the playoffs, and went out there, and I guess they're so impressed with him at the little mini combine-like training session that they did with him, that he will be going back in April for, camp. So big ups to that guy, but he loves music, and he's an artist by the name of Guology. And, I'm sure when his budget increases from a college no salary to a NFL salary, you will hear more about Guology.
That's quite an interesting name, Guality. Okay.
Yeah.
Make,
Jay Johnson. Yep.
yes.
It's
So,
Guology.
so as far as Fire Entertainment, how can they schedule? Where can they go to? What's the phone number? What's the info for artists that wants to book a studio session with you?
Yeah, well, the info is like this. Monday through Thursday, my price is $45 an hour. On the weekends, Friday through Sunday, I'm $50 an hour. You get discounted 4-hour blocks for $175 for 4 hours. Flat rate for vocal music, $50. You need us to do invitation and stuff like that, we'll quote that out. If you're interested in coming to do a session, you can go to fireentertainment.com, and you spell fire with a Y, www.fyre entertainment.com. Don't shortcut entertainment. I don't do the ENT stuff. I spell entertainment out because I give that word its respect, because I feel like this is the entertainment business. Anyway, 859-327-3473. 859-327-3473 is the phone numbers. And at the studio that you can send me an email direct. My email is fireentertainment@hotmail.com. So, FYRE, entertainment.com.
Awesome, man. Awesome. So you got the sample song out right now. So when can we expect to hear more music from Big Soul in 2017?
Oh, man. There's actually going to be a part 2 to that video. If you notice, I resolved the issue of my daughter still laying on the ground. So if you haven't seen the video, yes, my daughter is knocked out cold in the video. I don't know it yet. So that will get resolved in Let It Go, which is going to be part 2. That video is going to be very intense. I hope everybody decides to tune into that one. I'm going to drop that around March, at the latest April. Taking my time doing a little bit more writing. I wrote a song called Media Circus that I know that I'll be releasing sometime this year. So this year you're going to find me rolling out stuff slowly but surely. I'm hoping to just release things kind of single at a time until I get around to about 5 or 6 songs, and then, I may let a whole project go. But I already got another project sitting in the chamber already to take the flow. But I'm actually coming out with a project before that called Success is a Must. So that's what Simple is a part of. That one's a little bit more close to me right now just due to the situation that I'm currently going through. You talked about the employer that I recently, as last year, left my employer 14 years due to unforeseen circumstances. If you pay attention to the news in Lexington, you may find out. But I'm going hard with this music, and I feel successful right now with the music. I've been doing it for years. It's actually what I majored in school. So, I'm hoping that this thing takes off.
I'm definitely looking forward to it, man. Please let me know when that Patrick Ewing song is out, man. The song, the MP3 or whatever. I'm going to play the living crap out of that song.
You know what, Kenny? I might let you. You know what? I like you so much. I may let you be the exclusive DJ that has Patrick Ewing to play on your show. So, you know what? For those that want to hear it, for y'all hearing it right now, I'm going to give Kenny the exclusive copy of Patrick Ewing.
Wow.
He's going to be the only DJ that have the first copy of that until that My Old Man Loves the Flow project is ready for release.
Wow, that's epic, man. So I'm gonna be the only DJ, internet, terrestrial, any form of radio gets to have the song and play it anytime I see fit. I may have to play it, especially with the NBA playoffs coming. So that's definitely gonna be something special. But Zoe, great chatting with you, man. Continued success. If you want to a studio session, hit up Big Zoe, Fire Entertainment, Facebook, Twitter, website, all the info. Look it up, and be on the lookout for the new music also on the way. And you know what? Now, I'm not a rapper, I'm not a singer or anything, but I have done some beat circle. I'm looking for like a new intro or an outro for my radio show. For my radio shows, not just this show, but the wrestling show. I think I've already found the intro for the wrestling show, but I'm looking for an intro and outro for the chilling show, and I'm still looking. I'm reaching out to producers and things like that. So I'm new to this. I'm new to the whole learning the difference between a lease and exclusive and things like that. And I want this to sound like this came from a studio, not me going through Audacity. So I'm gonna need to book a studio in once I get stuff that I need and come up with.
Oh yeah.
So
I got a email for two, by the way, Kenny, by the name of Demolished Beats, and this kid is absolutely phenomenal. So if you want to come in and do a beat listening session, if anybody out there who also wants to listen to some production, you can come check out Demolished Beats at the studio.
Cool. I'll definitely keep that in mind. I just gotta, wait for my work schedule to cool off, and then, maybe the weekends or whatever I can do that for sure.
For sure.
So, but great chatting with you, man. Continue success. And also, don't forget, if you haven't seen it on YouTube, go look up Big Zoe Simple as BIGZO Simple and look it up. It's on YouTube, over 50,000 plus views and counting. Go check it out. Music is on the way. And if you're an artist, not just in Lexington, but all over the world, you want to go to Lexington, want to look for a studio session, hit up my good friend Zoe, and he'll hook you up for sure. Again, thanks for your time, man.
All right, thank you, Kenny.
You have a good night. Have a great weekend.
You too, brother. Peace.
All right, bye-bye. That was Big joining me on Chilling with Jeff and Kenny C.